Hello and welcome to Universe Mode. This is Guilty as Charged. ECW is here with its first ever brand exclusive pay-per-view. 2 weeks after Raw laid down the bar with Armageddon, ECW looks to try and beat... No, never mind, they're not going to beat it. Where the fuck are we? Anyway, as we're in Misery Town Miserable, it is here, it is Guilty as Charged, and it is a big night. Yes, as we found out in ECW, the 4 Horsemen will challenge the Ascension for the ECW Tag Team titles. They knocked off the Dirty Heels, and now they have a chance to make history. On top of that, Bray Wyatt gets set to defend his ECW Television Championship against Baron Corbin in what will be 2 Goliaths going at it, colliding in the middle of that ring. But for the main event, of course, there was only going to be one: Cesaro and Diamond Dallas Page. A strange war that became increasingly violent this past Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Saturday on ECW. And now we prepare for Guilty as Charged by starting things off with Cruiserweight action. And as the night gets underway, I am your host, the living legend, Lives Crisco, joined as always by JDL, John Dave Soy-Layfield.
Why the hell are we in this town again?
I don't know.
Why am I even here? I don't like this show anyway.
Because this could have been sold out.
There's this guy. He does stuff.
Don't dab. Don't dab.
You know what? I've never seen this guy before, so you'll have to tell me a little bit about him, Mr. Crisco.
Well, he dabs, and in his debut, he won in 50 seconds.
Well, that's interesting. Who did he win against?
Neville.
Oof. Well, that tells you where that guy's career is going.
So there we go. So now TJ Perkins is going to start off the night with a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity against our favourite man in the world. And that's not even sarcasm. It's the problem with you missing the last 2 ECWs now, you know? You've missed the greatest moment in history. And I can't believe you missed it. I'm genuinely disgusted that you chose to miss such an incredible moment.
Yeah, well,
as the King of Kings being Cruiserweight Champion.
I was busy making Raw great again.
Well, ECW has been made astronomically amazing.
I think it's more just a Cruiserweight Championship, because technically that belt can be defended by that belt can be defended against anybody from the 3 shows.
But it's on ECW.
Yes.
And
but
Jamie Noble holds it. But come on, the King of Kings.
Yes, the King of Kings.
And now the King of everything. He has a title.
He's King of the Cruiserweights.
In you know, his jean shorts
and his wife beater.
Yeah. Well, you know, after making his trailer park now a quadruple wide, Jamie Noble looks to try and get a pay-per-view payday for the first time ever.
Does he have kids?
Yes.
Well, there you go. He's got kids. He needs his job.
Whoa, look at that face! Man, it's only been a minute already. Look at that's a face of a determined man.
By God.
He's Cruiserweight Champion for a reason.
That person couldn't see, by the way.
What a shame. Well, I mean, we are in Kansas. Maybe he's blind.
They can't see the greatness that is Jamie Noble.
I can't blame them.
The King of Kings.
Of Kings.
Of Kings. How is CJ Perkins going to knock off the King of Kings?
Ah, well, you see, this is the interesting question with an interesting answer. He won't.
But he beat Neville in 50 seconds. Not many other people could say that.
Neville's not Jamie Noble, is he?
Well, to be fair, Neville's had more success in this universe than Jamie Noble has.
Yeah, but is Neville Cruiserweight Champion?
He was at one point, maybe? I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, but is he right now?
No.
There,
you know, we can check
Jamie
to
Noble's...
see where he's been the Cruiserweight Champion.
Neville has been a Cruiserweight Champion, but...
You know where you can check to see if he has been?
No, no. Where can I check?
On the thing that we haven't advertised in a long time because we haven't been able to match up with our recording schedule, right? The ProJaked Wiki!
Woo! Tell me more.
Where you can see all this glorious stuff like, you know, stuff being behind by a few weeks because of all that messing up in the recording schedule stuff.
Woo!
But you can certainly look at stuff like that, and you can look at, you know, previous events like, you know, different people that were ECW champion. Like, you know, the same title Diamond Dallas Page is going to be defending later tonight.
Yeah.
And you can look at
where can you find it?
Champions. Well, if you scroll down, if you look underneath this video, there's a really special thing. It's called a description, and it just happens to be in that description right there. There's a link there.
Ah, that's amazing.
It is amazing. As Jamie Noble gets spiked on his head.
Well, there you go. I mean, look at that by the King of Hings.
Was that a king-sized Hurricanrana?
It was. That is actually when Jamie Noble goes to his local Burger King. That is how he gets everything. Burger King, by the way, the sponsor of Guilty as Charged.
What are you talking about? He has to be the Burger King then. If he's the king of kings, that means he's every single king. Therefore, he is the Burger King as well.
Is his name actually the Burger King?
What?
Is his name actually the Burger King, or is it?
Yes, I believe so.
That's very disappointing.
I believe so. I could be wrong, and there might be somebody out there who might correct me, but I could be. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think they ever actually gave him a name other than just the Burger King or just the King.
I thought it was the King.
This also means that Jamie Noble is also Elvis, and that he's also Jerry Lawler.
And Michael Jackson.
Yes. He is the king of all of them, actually.
And every king that England has ever had.
He is, not only is he them, but he's also the king of them.
That's phenomenal. That is. And he lives in a quadruple wide.
Yes.
What more can you ask for? I mean, this. The only reason we're talking about Jamie Noble as well as we are is because we know he's already retained his Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes. I don't know who this guy is, but he hasn't won in 50 seconds, so he's already lost my attention.
He dabs?
What the hell is a dabs at Crisco?
You get your arm, you get your other arm, and you go, wha-bam!
What the hell was that?
I know. It's awful, isn't it?
Good lord.
That's what the youth do nowadays, apparently. But you know what the real men do? The real men win!
The real men do gut busters like that.
Why? Oh.
Jamie Noble is not happy that the referee didn't pay attention that was supposed to be the end of the match.
Here we go, Noble 450!
Oh my god, he hit the 800.
Noble with the 450!
Oh my god! Noble for the Flippy Shit Championship.
Noble, I think, just broke orbit.
My god.
God, we're like 10 minutes into the show and we're already breaking orbit. We'll be breaking pay-per-view records before you know it.
I don't know about that. We're from Kansas City.
For the lowest pay-per-view attendance, lowest buy rate, lowest star ratings. Most denim, though, because that will be thanks to Jamie Noble. And Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
I think Bray Wyatt wears denim.
I don't think so.
Oh no, it's Luke Harper who wears denim.
Yeah.
Oh, we're hopeless.
Well, he's not even here. He's over on SmackDown.
Oh, we're hopeless. Well, Jamie Noble's about to retain.
Well, it's guilty as charged, so what do you expect?
Yeah, TJ Perkins is guilty.
Oh my god. TJ Perkins' gut has got to be busted.
He is guilty of being undeserving of a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity. The King of Kings retains!
My god, that King of Kings does it again.
My god, that was a dominant performance.
I agree. All those people with those "this is awesome" signs, I agree. This is awesome that Jamie Noble's a Cruiserweight champion.
Woo! Right, next step, Austin Aries' record-breaking reign.
Well, he already has it.
How?
Because it's Jamie Noble.
Ah,
Jamie Noble is already the longest champion in the entire history of the ProJaked universe.
You have got a fair point there. Because every day is a year in Jamie Noble's mind.
Well, no, it's because he's been the champion of everything for the last year now.
Oh, yeah, he has been since we made him King of Kings. Anyway.
He was the former champion.
Yeah, the former Cruiserweight Champion, who could have his rematch depending on who the people decide to vote for to take on Jamie Noble next in a few weeks on NXT. NXT? ECW.
Who the hell wants to...
Nothing is...
There's never going to be a Cruiserweight title match in NXT.
Right. This match up here is one-upping your attempts on Raw of having the first Royal Rumble qualification matchup.
Yeah, mine's still first because it was already announced first.
Well, no, This is first because it's happening first.
But mine's still first because I announced it first.
It's
the
second.
ECW people, the ECW committee just decided to try to rush in really quick and make something happen so that way they could claim it was first, but mine's still first. Plus, mine's going to be a lot bigger. I mean, you know, Trips and Michaels, that's something that's been going for a long time now.
It is bigger. Yeah, I'll genuinely give you that. It is bigger. This one's still first.
Only in when it's happening, not the actual announcement.
Yeah.
Oh god, wait! Really?
Look, alright, there's a fair reason for this.
Who on the ECW committee thought that this guy should qualify for anything?
Well, I don't know. Well, obviously you haven't been paying attention to the show that has been beating yours in the ratings for the last 2 weeks, but ECW and The Miz has been performing well.
Good lord. No wonder I've been missing the show. The idea of The Miz performing well is enough to give somebody a heart attack.
Like the submission? Or the tag team finisher?
No, like the actual...
Oh, that one! Alright. Well, that's a fair point. Well, there you go. The Miz, who in the last 2 weeks has actually come rather close to beating Diamond Dallas Page and Cesaro, tonight could become the first man to be in the 2017 Royal Rumble. Which is how long away, JDL?
It is certainly a certain number of weeks away.
Where can we watch it?
You can only find it here on the ProJaked channel.
For how much?
For the hefty price of $0.00.
Wow, that is incredible.
I know, right?
Why aren't you signed up already?
What is wrong with you?
The ProJaked Network closing in on 1,000 subscribers.
All you have to do is just go down and click that little button that says subscribe, if you're not already.
Yes. Closing in on 1,000 subscribers at the end of net year. Profit many.
And if that happens, we may have a special surprise for you all. Not that, though. That is not the surprise.
Well, here you go. Tomasso, Ciampa and The Miz, the winner of this gets to go to the Royal Rumble. Interesting opportunity. Of course, last year's Royal Rumble winner being Wade Barrett may not be eligible for it because he's got a match lined up later on tonight against Roddy Strong, where the winner of that is next in line for the Television Championship due to their performances on ECW.
There you go.
So, you know, we could be guaranteed a new Royal Rumble winner depending on who goes in that Royal Rumble match.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we've never had a two-time Rumble winner in history anyway, so we'd pretty much be guaranteed a new Rumble winner.
But if there's anyone who can do it, I put my money on Austin Aries.
I don't know about that.
Won it 2 years ago, runner-up last year. Come on.
Yeah, but he has got to be in it this year. Who says he even?
I mean, it depends on who the ECW committee decide to put in it. We'll see.
Exactly.
With the Rumble pay-per-view as well having less title matches on it this year, means we'll focus on Rumble itself.
Yep. We're going to have the 3 main championships and other titles too. The women's title will be on the line, and possibly 1 or 2 others. It hasn't been decided yet by the ProJaked Universe Committee.
We'll sit down and have a discussion. And by that I mean we'll have an argument on the flight to Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
Anyway, The Miz, they went for his dropkick to the knee, but Ciampa moved out of the way of it and is now the one in control of The Miz. temporarily. Ciampa he's really been struggling ever since he won that Cruiserweight Championship, although one of the main reasons for that may be he ran into Braun Strowman.
Yeah, usually when you run into Braun Strowman, that's kind of... But then, again, to be fair, Miz ran into Braun Strowman at one point, too.
He did, but he ran into him in a tag team affair. You know, Tommaso Ciampa was stuck in a ring with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, that was a sanctioned match. Tommaso Ciampa could have just left the ring and just decided, no, I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, so it's kind of Ciampa's own doing.
Yeah. Nice move by Ciampa there, though.
Kick to the head.
Hoping to become the first man to qualify for this year's... next year, 2017's Royal Rumble. There we go.
One of those.
Miz again. Went for the dropkick to the leg. Didn't get it. Ciampa, uh-oh. Has him in a dangerous place. ProJaked Ciampa maybe. Great counter by the Miz.
Oh, Miz.
Hit him in the face.
Miz got out of it.
Backbreaker. Neckbreaker.
Maryse, you know, Miz's wife, sitting there at ringside.
She's standing.
She's at ringside then. She's certainly cheering on her man in that ring.
Miz off the... Oh, nice! Arm drag there. Maryse has been quite involved as of late in the Miz's matches. Certainly trying to buy him more time to try and get a win. And he may need it here. Tomasso Ciampa, ProJaked Ciampa!
Oh, okay, that explains everything.
And there's Maryse.
That explains everything then. That's why Miz has been doing so much better, because he has Maryse to distract him now.
And there's the work. No! Skull Crusher finale reversed by Ciampa. And Miz misses a dropkick. Oh, God. Right into another one, maybe. A second ProJaked Ciampa.
Yeah, see, this is the Miz I'm more familiar with.
Cover on Miz. 1, 2. Wow.
What?
Yeah, the Miz just forced himself out at 1.
Miz, you were supposed to lose there. You're a loser, so you're supposed to lose there. What are you doing?
Ciampa up top. Miz moves out of the way.
Took too much time up there.
I have no idea where the Miz has got this mean streak from recently, but it's certainly helping him out.
Clearly it's from Maryse.
Yeah, maybe.
He's come into the scene, and now all of a sudden he's supposedly doing better.
Oh. No idea what that move is. Yeah, that.
Yeah,
sends Ciampa into the corner, running. Oh, that signature clothesline by the Miz. On the second rope now, misses an attempted double axe handle or something along those lines, but he's got Ciampa right where he wants him. Oh, need him right in the face there.
Big knee lift.
The Miz has him
right,
once
take out
again
the referee,
in the corner. Referee not happy about that. He's telling him off. Oh, Bulldog.
This is...
And the Miz...
I'm not used to seeing the Miz like this. I'm not used to seeing him actually winning.
Miz again. Here we go. Backbreaker. And a neck breaker. How close is the skull crushing finale? And how close is the chance of the Miz being the first man in the Royal Rumble? Ciampa trying to stop any possibility of that continuing on right now. Or might look for another ProJaked Ciampa. And the Miz with the same count as before. Well, it works. No denying that.
You know, if you manage to keep him down, there you go.
Miz taking a few moments there to recover. Has Ciampa where he wants him, and there's that drop kick into the knee. Trying to pop his knee back against him. Trying to blow out his knee there. And now Ciampa in big trouble. Skull crushing finale.
Ciampa's been busted open by that too.
Cover on Ciampa. 1, 2. No, Ciampa kicks out at 2.
I was gonna have a heart attack myself if Miz had won this match.
Oh. Good counter by Ciampa there. Oh. Big double knee face buster and the Miz goes down.
I think James Storm will be in touch on that.
And Jericho and everyone else who does a double knee face buster.
No, Jericho doesn't do it. He breaks codes. He breaks codes. He doesn't do that.
Doesn't Finn Balor do a double knee face buster?
Yeah, probably. But
Oh god, watch out, Tomasso Ciampa.
I'm not even gonna try to tell Finn Balor about that. Finn Balor
Ciampa gonna fly over the ropes and down onto Miz.
Well, Miz won this match, ladies and gentlemen, because Ciampa just eliminated himself from the Royal Rumble. You're supposed to win this match to qualify for the Rumble, and you just eliminated yourself from it. Congratulations. What's up with that gray spot there at the end of the ramp? Anyway?
Oh, that's just concrete.
Oh God, what?
You see, we wanted it to be a little bit more tough, so we decided, well, we'll put some padding in all but one area. That can just be concrete. Although I don't know if the concrete had enough time to settle, so they might get stuck. Uh-oh, Skull Crusher finale!
You know what makes you guilty if you land on that concrete?
That's actually where the jury takes place. Oh my god, you may have a heart attack.
Ciampa's gonna kick out
1,
here.
2, 3.
What?
The Miz is the first man to qualify for the 2017 Royal Rumble.
Oh, good lord. I hope he gets eliminated immediately. I hope he comes in and less than 2 seconds later he's thrown out, especially by one of my Raw guys.
I have no words for this.
This guy.
The Miz. Well, the mean streak is working.
Maryse is working. It's more like it.
Oh, we may not have Maryse at the Royal Rumble. We could see the old Miz.
That's what we'll probably see. Maryse won't be
Oh,
there
dear.
and he'll be tossed out in 2 seconds.
Oh dear. Well, for now it's working, and the Miz is the first member of the Royal Rumble. Wow. That's what happens when you hold your own against Diamond Dallas Page and Cesaro for 2 weeks in a row. You suddenly get good, apparently. Well, there we go. But now we're going to move on to what could be a monumental night for the Four Horsemen. The first of 3 matches they have tonight. Will it be a successful night in Kansas? And they look to try and start things off by taking the ECW Tag Team titles away from the Ascension.
I mean, I don't know how well. I don't know how well they're going to do against the Ascension. Though the Ascension have been dominant for a reason, so it's going to take quite a bit to take away from me. Even with the combined efforts of Arn and Jericho, it's going to take quite a bit to take them away from the Ascension.
There are problems right now between the Four Horsemen. Jericho was very selfish, as I discussed on ECW. He was tagged in by Arn early on and spent the rest of the match in the ring. Did not tag out to Arn Anderson. And that has put potential worry that Jericho might not be at 100%. And you certainly need to be against this team, because in Kansas, the Ascension are ready to rise!
I mean, to be fair, it's not like Arn Anderson really competes that much in the ProJaked universe so far. So, I mean, who's to say that he was, maybe Jericho did that on purpose. Maybe Jericho knew that Arn doesn't have as much experience here and hasn't wrestled as much, so he's going to help kind of make sure the team won.
Fair point, but Arn has said tonight has to be a group effort, a team effort even.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would imagine so against the Ascension.
The Ascension have dominated pretty much every team there is to dominate.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. After they beat these guys tonight, I don't think there's really a team left that they haven't gone up against and beat.
I think they've beaten Aries and Axel.
Yeah, I think they've beat everybody. Maybe,
I think they've
maybe not Wyatt and Strowman. Maybe that's about the only team they haven't gone up against.
Well, there we go. There we go. That might be next for them. I believe I'm sure the Ascension have beaten. The Ascension have beaten a section of the Four Horsemen. It might have been when the Jap was involved, though.
Maybe. Actually, it might have been Jericho and Corbin.
That's yeah, the team that didn't really work all that well together.
Yeah, it was some variation. But,
so they've knocked off the Horsemen in the past, but
they're the Ascension anyway. They rise above everybody no matter what.
Exactly. Do you think the Ascension are closing out 2016 as tag team champs?
No, of course.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there.
The Ascension are probably end up going into Mania as the champions, honestly, in my opinion.
Arn's gonna start things off with Victor.
You know, and it's kind of
crowd.
funny you brought it up on. You actually kind of brought it up at on SmackDown the other day, however, about how Reigns and Rollins have the longest tag team record or longest tag team championship reign in this universe's history. But I mean, you got to imagine the Ascension are now deciding, well, we're going through all these teams and we're proving ourselves, so that's basically our mindset now. That, you know, maybe they want to be the one to break that record.
If there's any team who could do it, we have the team.
Yeah, I mean,
right in front of us.
They've yet to show any sort of struggle against any team, really.
No, since they've captured those titles, I think they've lost once or twice as a team.
And those are all just like lucky victories in matches, and then they usually followed them up by beating them afterwards.
Exactly. Well, here we go. It's Victor starting things off. He's sending him into the corner. Tag made into corner. Jericho tried to distract the ref there so he wouldn't see the tag. Didn't work, and Connor's now the legal man.
We can't distract whatever referee this is tonight. I don't know what his name is.
Me either. Oh, here we go. Tag made. Now Jericho's in. 4 Horsemen here with some interesting offense. Oh!
It's a bit different from the 4 Horsemen.
Trying to weigh down that back because, you know, it could weigh down that back potentially for the Walls of Jericho or the Lion Tamer.
Or even AA Spinebuster.
Yeah, I mean, just so long. And also, you know, Connor's a big guy. Take out his back and he's going to have difficulty walking around.
Yeah.
Especially with that big frame of his.
I mean, I imagine the follow man would be a little bit more harder and difficult to deliver if your back is hurt.
Yes, this is what the 4 Horsemen need to do. Keep Connor in their corner and make consistent tags.
Well, it's like you said, it's got to be a group effort.
Doing a good job right now. Knee into the back there by Arn. Look at that. You leave your guard down for 1 second and Connor's right back on the case. Oh my god.
Look at this.
Athleticism.
Look at that right there. Choking him with the boot. Victor's trying to get everybody paying attention.
Strong alley-oop maneuver there out of the corner as first cover of this matchup. 2 count there by Connor as the referee gets back into the Ascension's corner. Referee to get hit with the fallen man.
Arn's already starting to struggle a little bit here early on.
A lot of teams do against the Ascension, though. You know, you get the Ascension get one big move in, and then a lot of teams is lights out.
Yeah.
Good counter by Arn. Sends Connor back into their corner. Another tag made here. Jericho back in. And here we go. They're going to go for this again.
I mean, it's, you know, if it worked the first time, might as well keep doing it. Do whatever you can to work on that back.
Got to try and weigh down Connor as much as they can here.
This is
the more dangerous of the 2 members.
Well, I don't know about, I mean, I guess in a way, but you can't, that doesn't mean you can't take anything away from Victor, though.
Oh, no.
Connor's got that power and that strength, but Victor has got the speed and the agility of the team, though, too.
Into the corner goes Jericho, not the corner the Connor wants, but he's going to give Jericho the same treatment he gave Arn.
He's going to do it right in front of Arn's face, too. So it doesn't matter which one you two are in.
Oh, look at these. Oh! Stomps there by Connor.
Just posing right there with showing off that strength that we were talking about.
Oh, there's that flapjack of his.
Good lord.
Oh, wow, there's Arn. Good work.
Jericho rolls out.
Staring at Connor as Arn lets him go there. Seems as if he only had him held in bay just so Jericho could recover. He sends him into the Ascension's corner now.
I mean,
oh,
clearly,
he caught Victor.
I mean, clearly, you know, we know that Jericho's a good tag team competitor. I mean, he is to my knowledge, he is a former tag team champion.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know, clearly he knows how to work tag team wrestling, so...
Oh, this could be dangerous here. Connor has him. Gosh, strong counter by Jericho.
Oh.
Just hangs onto the apron. And Jericho with a drop kick.
Good maneuvering there. No, and Chris Jericho
looking for the walls.
Chris Jericho, he honestly kind of needs to get these championships. It's been a long time since Chris Jericho's been a champion in this universe, and you know, it's kind of been weird. It's been this kind of, you know, you go into the Four Horsemen role really well, but it's been kind of weird not thinking about Jericho being a champion of any sort or having that much momentum going for him, really. But
I think it's been about a year and 3/4 at this point since they lost the titles to Red Dragon in a fairly disappointing tag team title reign, and they may have to wait a little bit longer to get those tag team titles. In the corner, here we go. The most dangerous tag team move there is.
Anderson's trying to break up but he keeps missing
Full of man. Didn't even feel it, but they've made the mistake that they've made much more recently.
I mean, I don't know if that's the most dangerous, but it's definitely one of the most dangerous.
I can't think of a more dangerous one right now.
I would say Killing Time is pretty dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, right? You know, if we could, I'd stick these two teams in a ring, you know. And we'll find out who's got the more dangerous tag team maneuver.
Oof. Stick those two teams in the ring, they might cause some damage. Victor just eliminated himself from the Royal Rumble.
Hey, he eliminated Jericho as well. Now he's going to re-eliminate himself.
He came back in.
Victor on the outside.
You know what? If we manage to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, maybe you will end up seeing that match. Who knows?
Could end up seeing the Bullet Club against the Ascension as well.
Oof.
They're two most dangerous tag teams in the universe.
Oof.
You want a fucking fight? We'll give you a fucking fight. Sorry, that's my inner Kansas taking over.
They're being taken down on the outside. The home of the Jayhawks. Don't even ask what a Jayhawk is, because I'm not even sure myself.
What's a Jayhawk?
I have no freaking idea. Some sort of bird, I think. Maybe it's a bird.
Oh, Arn Anderson
there goes
with a
our
massive clothesline. Protecting there as the count now reaches 7. Victor.
Victor says,
Victor sending on back into the ring.
After Jericho.
Count now. Oh, the count. No, the count. Referee does not want to count out either man, it seems. Back in the ring at the count of 8 now, finally.
I mean, Jericho kind of took a little bit of a chance there. I mean, he ran in the ring, but there was no guarantee that Victor was going to come in and you know, actually keep the match continuing.
Yeah.
Victor, for all we knew, Victor could have just stayed on the outside and took the win by that way.
Glad he didn't. Kick to the leg there. Jericho trying to make a tag into Arn.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Victor is just
not
not allowing
tight
it
to get that cheap win anyway, but, you know, it's still taking a chance nonetheless.
Look at Victor now. He is holding his own against Jericho.
See, that's what I told you.
Strong
Victor
counter.
They come in with the strength and the power, but Victor has that speed, agility, and that skill in the ring to be able to hold up his own end of the team too.
Here we go into the corner now. Might see Arn Anderson back in the ring. Here we go. Tag made. What are we going to see here from the Four Horsemen? Oh my God!
Oh, that's intelligent there. Jericho with that agility that he's known for, and Arn with the power.
Beautiful maneuver there by both men. Victor just
back immediately.
Arn having to hop off his shoulders. Danger for Victor. German suplex. The Four Horsemen really testing the Ascension. Victor, it's been a while since he's been able to get that tag into corner, and I think he needs to try and get that done.
Yeah, but to be fair, Victor's not looking too bad off shape right now. I mean, he just went for the cover right there.
Early kick out. It looks as if he's having some difficulties tagging out. And that was a good idea by Arn. Rolls out of the ring, but rolls in the direction. Double A spine buster. Arn looking for the DDT. Has Victor in his grasps. DDT by Arn.
One of the best DDTs in the business. Busting Victor open right there.
And Arn leaves it down to Jericho now. With a bloodied Victor. Jericho. Lion Salt. What will he look for? He's thinking Lion Tamer. He's thinking Code Breaker.
We don't even know what he's thinking right now. There.
Oh, he missed the Code Breaker. In the corner now. No, not allowing it. Arn having to come in there. Was thinking about making the save. Code Breaker by Jericho. Drags him away. Cover by Jericho. 1, 2. We've got new ECW Tag Team Champions.
What? Connor was so sure Victor was going to kick out that he wasn't even rushing in.
They've done it!
Good lord! We're sitting here talking about the Ascension being the most dominant team in the universe, and they just got knocked off by the Four Horsemen.
Wow! Wow!
Well, talking about Jericho needing a championship to get momentum going for him again. Now he's the champion again.
What a performance.
Wow, indeed.
I am stunned. The Four Horsemen have done it.
Well, you said at the start of the match they had to go in this as a group with a group effort, and they definitely had a group effort going into that right there.
What work that was. But you know what? If I'm the ECW committee, right away I'm thinking about a rematch.
Yep. But, I mean, you also said it too, that could be the Four Horsemen's night. There's step one.
Step 2. Will they get an opportunity at the ECW Television Championship? Roddy Strong to collide with Wade Barrett. And if Baron Corbin wins the title later on tonight, we could have Roddy against Barrett at the Rumble.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what's kind of intriguing, is the Four Horsemen could end up being the television title match at the Rumble, but, you know, that has to put some, some thoughts in people's minds, too, about, like, how weird that's going to be for them.
Exactly, but here we go. Roddy Strong, who has to be said, has made an emphatic mark since joining the Four Horsemen. This past ECW, he beat Bray Wyatt.
Good lord.
That is saying something. Got hit with 3 Sister Abigails, but Roddy Strong refused to give in, pinning Bray Wyatt courtesy of his suplex backbreaker. That's why he's here, and Wade Barrett here because he beat Baron Corbin as well in the same night.
But, you know, as great as Strong has been, can he get past one of the all-time ECW veterans, really, and one of the better ones in ECW history, honestly, in Wade Barrett?
The thing is, you know, we talk about endurance and heart. We've talked about that a lot with Roddy Strong. This man won the Royal Rumble in 2016 with starting from number 1.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah,
I prove endurance.
You know, I made a lot of jokes about him stumbling so far this year, you know, the last few months and everything, but to be fair, he has that established history in this universe. He's done a lot of great stuff in this universe, and he could easily get himself right back in the title picture just like that here tonight.
Memory serves me correct. I think Barrett picked up 2 eliminations at Survivor Series.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this match right here.
Okay. Alright. But, Wade Barrett is certainly, I think, Roddy Strong's toughest challenge to date. Arguably one of the best superstars in this universe to never lift the world title is Wade Barrett.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here tonight. Now, if he gets himself in the TV title picture again.
Problem is, this match has started and the crowd is still quite stunned after what we witnessed.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, the Ascension was the dominant team, you know, where they were the dominant team on ECW, and they've finally been defeated by somebody. And it was the team that nobody was really expecting them to lose to either.
Yeah. I mean, I am genuinely shocked by that, but fair play to the Four Horsemen, you know. A few months ago, we were talking about...
You know, it just shows you what experience can do over anything else in this business. I mean, Jericho, you know, been in this universe for a long time now, done a lot of great stuff, and Arn obviously having a great career in professional wrestling before he got to the ProJaked universe. Shows you what experience can do.
This could be, in its own mini way, the Four Horsemen's night. They
Yes.
could walk out with 2 titles. Well, no matter what, they've got 1 title already.
Well, they not only could they walk out with 2 titles, but they could walk out, you know, knowing for sure that at least one would be staying with them after the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, then again, that's if Strong can get past Wade Barrett here tonight.
Yeah, that is not going to be perhaps the easiest task, is the count here.
We're already seeing it right now. Wade Barrett is, you know, Strong's trying to keep his battle against Barrett, but Barrett's just got that power and just that brawling ability to just take it to you. Big spine buster there.
Nice move there by Barrett now as he tries to turn up the pace as we get back into the ring. Shoulder tackle there by Strong to take him back down here. What has Strong got to do to beat Barrett?
Basically what he's doing right here. He's got to keep Barrett from being able to strike him, from being able to to use those fists and use the power. He's got to be able to try to hold him and try to wear him out that way.
You say the strikes things. Roddy Strong is a strong strike in his own rights, but do you think if he got into a strike battle with Wade Barrett, he would lose? He would be at a severe disadvantage, to say the least, against
I would say quite
a
possibly.
bare-knuckle fighter.
Yeah, I would say quite possibly. I mean, Barrett is easily, without a doubt, one of the best brawlers in the ProJaked universe, and so it would definitely not be smart to try to get into a brawl kind of fight with Wade Barrett.
There we go, and he's doing a good job of keeping him on the ground right now. Looks as if he was trying to take the bull hammer away from him there by attacking that arm. Wrenching on that neck.
And that's the dangerous thing that Strong has to watch out for too. Is Barrett can hit that at any moment, and there's not too many people who ever usually get out of, more one of them, if not one in itself.
Early on here, Roddy Strong with a gut check. Off the ropes he goes now. Massive dropkick catches Barrett.
And now he's going to Tony.
Not the best decision he's ever made.
That's not exactly that smart to do.
Those 4 seconds Wade Barrett had to recover. For Wade Barrett, he can be back to as he was when the bell rang now.
Yeah, see, there you go. Barrett taking control. That's not something smart to do against a veteran like Wade Barrett.
Here we go, winds of change. Barrett warming up.
Just like that, out of nowhere.
Roddy in deep trouble as he winds up the arm. Bullhammer!
That's why you don't taunt like that, Strong.
One little mistake may have cost him a shot at the television title. 1, 2, and no. Strong attitude.
That was a late kick out, though. That was right as the referee's hand was about to hit the mat.
Maybe Strong wanted to use up all of the count to try and recover some energy. Roddy Strong now. Suplex. Backbreaker. Finishers all around right now. Roddy trying to get the win against Barrett. I don't think this will be enough. 1, 2, no. See, that was a much earlier 2 count.
Yeah, exactly. Barrett's saying, no, I'm not hurting as much from your move as you were from mine. A big elbow there.
Wade Barrett hoofs him over the top rope.
Strong's been eliminated from the Rumble.
There you go. He won the Royal Rumble a year ago and he's still eliminating people.
I was going to say, if anybody would know how to eliminate people from the Rumble, it would be Wade Barrett.
Nice stomp on the back of the head there. Grazing his foot. I mean, the loser of this match as well, they may not get the opportunity to television title, but they could end up being in the Royal Rumble.
That's very true.
And in almost a dream scenario for Roddy Strong, they could have a shot at the ECW Championship.
Yeah.
It's possible. And if Wade Barrett isn't to win this match, I would honestly say he's next in line for the shot.
The ECW title?
Yes, in my honest opinion.
I mean, I don't know fully if I'd agree with that, though, because if he loses a number of contenders match for the TV title, I feel like he shouldn't be awarded with an ECW title shot after that.
Well, he should at least be recognized, because let's be honest, the performance he put in at
he should still be recognized,
incredible enough.
He should still be recognized, but I don't know if losing a shot at the secondary championship on the show grants you a shot at the world title on the show.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he wasn't necessarily supposed to be here, but he's ended up here now, and there's a count, and again the 2 count. A little bit earlier kick out this time by Roddy. Yeah,
but you can tell he's still feeling the effects of everything, though. Strong's struggled to try to get any sort of control here recently. He's had a few moments here and there, but ever since that bullhammer, he's been struggling.
Oh, here we go. He's going to look for this gutbuster dropkick combination. Barrett with not much time to recover, and he gets caught with it again. This time, no taunting by Strong. And look at the strength.
That is good strength right there to be able to pick him up straight from the mat.
Might look for it again here. Barrett having none of that. Oh, sends Roddy face first there into the mat now as he looks to try to attack the legs. No, gets caught with a big boot right in the face.
There with a big swinging neck breaker there.
Uh-oh. And now might be looking for someone else that's quite big and could end this match up. Bullhammer to Strong.
I mean, that's got to be it. You don't usually see 2 people kick out of 2 of them.
1, 2. No, he does!
Barrett can't believe it.
Frustration could be growing on the part of Wade Barrett now. This could be Roddy Strong's moment to capitalize, but he's keeping him on the ground right now.
Yeah, see, here's that experience from Wade Barrett. He knows that he can't get too frustrated by that, so he's going to keep taking it to Roddy Strong and keep wearing him out.
Oh, Roddy just cannot get... Oh my god, are we... No, I honestly thought for a second Barrett was going to fly.
Well, to be fair, Barrett running off the ropes like that is a little bit surprising too.
Oh god, right into a winds of change. Will he look for the pin right off of that? Will he go for another bullhammer? No. Right now, Roddy's fighting back.
He might have been going for a bullhammer, but Strong fought him off.
Counter. Spins him around, but he's not going to go for one right now. Oh, what are we going to... Look at the strength.
Oh, God.
Oh my god!
The referee almost got taken out there.
Roddy almost swung outside of the ring by that.
He almost got eliminated from the Royal Rumble in the bad way. Now he's taunting again.
Roddy...
I don't know if he's just...
He's holding his head. Oh, here we go.
What?
Roddy might be going for suplex backbreaker number 2. Has him. Dangerous possibility, and he nails it!
Can't imagine it's it, though.
Has Barrett done enough? Middle of the ring, basically. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No. Again, an early 2.
Yeah. I mean, well, to be fair, Strong hasn't been doing as much damage to that back. So he's doing stuff like this where he's working on the head. I mean, he just looks like he busted Barrett open there with a good elbow, but he hasn't been doing as much to work on the back. See, there you go. Now that's what you have to do. You have to work on that back if you're going to wear him out like that.
There you go. There's another stomp too. But again, he keeps on focusing on the arm.
Yeah. He's
taken 2 bull hammers at this point.
He's trying to focus too much on anything else, whereas Barrett has, a lot of Barrett stuff has been working on the head and the area.
Number 3, bull hammer!
Oh, God. That was like to the side of the head, too. That was even worse. That could really rattle your brain around. Referee's hopping around all over the place.
To end the match, there's 2 and 3. Wade Barrett, your new #1 contender for the Television Championship.
And now, I mean, whether, now looking forward, that's going to be a hell of a matchup at the Rumble, regardless of who wins that title here tonight. Either Bray Wyatt or Baron Corbin would be a tough matchup against Wade Barrett.
Well, there we go. He shows the effects of this matchup a little bit. The strong strikes.
That was that inexperience from Roddy Strong, though. Taunting when he shouldn't have been taunting, not focusing on the back like he should have been doing, and led Wade Barrett to the victory.
By the time he realized he was too late, whereas Wade Barrett's game plan did not change throughout the entire matchup.
No.
And that is why he's going to be taking on either Bray Wyatt or Baron Corbin. Who he'll be taking on, we're about to find out right now, because that ECW Television Championship matchup is up next.
Well, it's not fully going to be the 4 Horsemen's night, but it still could end, they could still get 2 out of 3.
And I think this is the 2 that matters in their mindset. Roddy Strong still has a chance of going to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So they've got time, but here we go. Baron Corbin.
Again, to be fair, it's nothing taken against Corbin, but can he stop Bray Wyatt?
He's beaten him once. Although it was a random victory that was completely unexpected. Bray Wyatt's had time to prepare for Baron Corbin now.
And that's what Corbin's going to have to do.
And the Lone Wolf do it.
That's what Corbin would have to do. He's going to have to try to beat him out of nowhere. Because if you give Bray Wyatt too much time to methodically prepare for stuff like that, then it's not going to work out too well for you.
As we said, Baron Corbin over these last few months, one of the rising prospects of 2016. Regardless of how the year ends for him, I see 2017 being a good success for Corbin.
I would definitely have to agree there.
Whether he heads into it a champion or not is what we're about to find out. Regardless, this is a very hard-hitting matchup.
This is Baron Corbin's second shot at the ECW Television Championship, but we don't like to think too much about that first shot.
He was screwed out of the first one. He was punched in the balls, so that was an unfair loss.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I'm gonna compare things regarding Armageddon right now. You had 2 lighter men, more nimble, agile men compete for the US title. This is almost the polar opposite. These are 2 behemoths who will slug it out on their feet.
Not only that, but these are 2 darker individuals too. These are 2 people who embrace the darkness and really try to get into your mind otherwise. Especially the man coming out to the ring right now.
Bray Wyatt will come out alone. Well, no, he won't, because Kansas have plenty of fireflies out for him.
That's about the only thing that exists in Kansas is fireflies.
Well, there you go.
Here comes
People
Bray Wyatt.
pretty sure their uncle has actually come out to the ring. Here comes Bray, the fireflies all around this arena.
Gotta admit, it still feels a little weird looking at Bray Wyatt and seeing a championship around his waist.
It's a nice sight, though, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's still just weird to try to get used to. 'Cause for the longest time, he never cared about a championship, and then out of nowhere, he's just like, "I'm coming for that title," and he won it just like that. That just shows you how dangerous that man is.
Look at what's happened in the last month for Wyatt. He's won the television championship, and he's got Braun Strowman doing whatever he chooses, and beating up many people on the roster.
Yes.
In fact, I would not be surprised if, things start to go south for Bray Wyatt, if we do see that graphic come up and all of a sudden Braun Strowman's standing in the ring.
Yeah, I mean,
God, imagine them two facing off.
That's kind of the thing that you have to worry about with Bray Wyatt. It's not like Bray Wyatt's not capable enough as it is, but then he's got that monster that he's got under control in Braun Strowman, and it's a dangerous combination right there.
Here we go.
From Kansas City,
Don't expect a technical masterclass between these two men.
Nope. Expect a big fight. That's pretty much what this is going to be. It's a big fight.
Well, there's Wyatt. Yeah, you are right. That is actually very weird to look at. With it now on his shoulder.
But I mean, that's just kind of goes back to what I was saying. It was one of those things where Wyatt for the longest time didn't even seem to want a championship. I'm dying over here. Didn't seem to want a title.
It's the Kansas water.
I didn't seem to want a title, and all of a sudden, just took one.
Are you recovering from the heart attack? Is this the heart attack now occurring from the Miz winning earlier in the night?
No, apparently. Good lord.
And the bell sounds with all 6'8", 275 pounds of Baron Corbin ready to get after it.
Oh boy, the feeling in this arena is unbelievable. I'm not sure.
Well, there we go. We had some technical difficulties in the audio lounge.
Well,
Apparently someone invited Freight Train to Kansas.
Oh god. Bray got caught.
I certainly didn't.
Bray got caught and taken down.
Here we go now. A little bit more moves off the start than I'd expect, but there's some stiff elbows by Wyatt to get out of it.
That wasn't Freight Train, by the way. That was just somebody here from Kansas.
Oh, right.
That's what happens when we hire a Kansas production company.
Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? I mean, we're seeing a few moves, but it's all going to have to be kind of versatile moves from these two men. Early cover here by Wyatt off of that.
Variation suplex there for Bray.
Only getting a 1 count. There's got to be a certain point where we'll start seeing some strikes. Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this match is going to end up breaking down into. Go for chokeslam, reverse out.
Nice elbow to the face, though, by Wyatt. Nope, counted again. Oh, stiff knee into the face of Bray Wyatt now as Baron Corbin looks to try and get on the offense. But Bray Wyatt stops him.
No, it's just going to be back and forth fighting. Look at that big running STO there.
Here goes Wyatt. Oh, the kind of throat uppercut. And now in Kansas, they start chanting, Wyatt or Bray is going to kill you.
Bray, the big back suplex there.
I mean, if he killed him, he would be guilty as charged.
Yelling up that he's the eater of worlds.
Oh, look, well, Corbin is not interested in that. Nice punch to the face now. Corbin needs to turn this around. It's been mostly Wyatt off the start. Trying to slow the pace down. Wyatt having none of that.
No, you're not going to be able to slow the pace down against Bray Wyatt. You're going to have to keep taking it to him as hard as possible.
Oh my god. Wyatt going to fly it. Oh! Did not fly at the right time.
That was like right on the back of Corbin's head there. He's dazed. Look at this. It's like barely with
already.
it now.
Corbin could have been concussed. You just had a 280-pound man land on your head.
See, look at that. He goes right back down, though. He kicked out, but he went right back down to the mat.
How much does Baron Corbin actually have in him off of that? You know, that was a hefty blow. And there's a closed fist punch, which is perfectly legal in ECW. Trying to trap a nerve in Wyatt's arm. I mean, you know, just trying to slow Wyatt down in some aspect.
He's trying to, you know, get that cobwebs cleared out of his head right now, too. I'm sure he's still feeling that daze of that.
Oh, Wyatt with quite a weak kick out there. That might be to try and save some energy for later on in the matchup.
Well, either that or it might have just been, you know, just trying to get into his head. Just trying to pretend that he was getting weak.
And Baron Corbin may fall for it after that senton splash. That's the problem. Corbin's game plan may have been completely knocked out of his mind after that already. A deep 6 though by Corbin.
There we go. That's a recovery of Corbin.
Oh, 2 count, and Corbin, it seems, is right back in the swing of things.
That's how well Corbin can recover. That's what makes him so dangerous and what makes him easily a big upcoming star here in 2017.
Uh-oh. Corbin, end of days. He beat Wyatt with it last time when they first met. Will he do it this time? Oh my god, it's only a 1.
That was barely a 1, too. Corbin's not even sure what to think right now. He's just kind of walking around. He's not even sure what to think about that.
Bray Wyatt reverses with a massive clothesline. Corbin clattering down again on the head. Wyatt in the corner, tapping his foot, and now the walk.
Oh, God.
Over to Corbin. Is Corbin recovered enough to get out of this? Kiss to the head. Sister Abigail.
It's a kiss of death right there.
1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt.
Quick victory there.
He may have truly rattled Corbin's brains around.
Yeah, I think Corbin might actually be concussed. He got that. He had his head landed on by Wyatt there, and I think he just never was able to recover from there, really.
Bray Wyatt with that random versatile maneuver off the top rope. And Baron Corbin, his lights seemed to be out from then. Fought a little bit. You know, he got his end of days in, but didn't expect one Sister Abigail to be enough for him. But we know what's next now. At the Royal Rumble, Bray Wyatt will meet Wade Barrett.
What a matchup that's going to end up being.
That's going to be a strong match between those two men. But now we move on. You see, the Dudley Boys wanted... Oh, fuck me. What I was going to say was the Dudley Boys wanted to take on a member of ECW.
Well, they're taking on somebody, all right.
Oh, God. I was wondering when he was going to show up.
We thought he might have shown up in that last match, but he's not doing that.
He didn't need to.
Yeah.
Well, Braun's in the building and getting ready to take on the Dudleys in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
I'm starting to understand why you had that fear of being by ringside during that Raw match a few weeks ago. Balor and Sting were one night.
With Braun?
I'm starting to realize why you had that fear. I'm not going to take off, but I'm starting to realize why you had that fear. I don't exactly trust being around ringside when Braun Strowman's coming down to that ring.
Do you know if this man's in the Royal Rumble?
Oh, good lord.
And I want to just cop on this as well. We saw Fireflies out for Bray Wyatt, but I'm sure there are more out in Kansas for Braun.
There might be.
Fireflies truly guiding Braun Strowman, a black sheep.
Good lord.
Look at him. 400 plus pounds of just fear, destruction.
I think
Absolutely petrifying.
I think the Dudleys might be in trouble.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you know, this is basically a handicap match too, because it's basically 2-on-5. Braun Strowman is equivalent to like 5 individuals.
Well, if there's ever a time Braun Strowman wanted to show just how powerful he was, he could literally beat up these men for 10 minutes if he wanted to.
You know, if I were you two, I would turn around and just walk back. I would just forget about it. I wouldn't even bother. I know you want that payday, you know, that pay-per-view payday, but I would turn around and walk back away.
They're trying to show the confidence. You know,
I wouldn't exactly think that's good, though.
I've just realized something with Braun as well. There is no way in hell they're hitting 3D.
Oh, no.
Braun is just looking on the outside and he just doesn't care.
Braun's just like, whatever.
Braun, surprise, surprise, undefeated since arriving in this universe, has, in his sanctioned matches, beat The Miz.
Yes.
And will beat the Dudleys.
Yes.
As for the rest, he just tends to show up when he wants to.
And then beat the holy hell out of whoever gets in his way.
Well, we've had Zack Sabre Jr. and Tomasso Ciampa, I believe, have that unfortunate right. There you go. Braun in one corner, the Dudleys in another corner. Let's get this matchup underway. And Dudleys, if you want to take a count-out loss, that would be probably the best thing to do.
Oh, God! One strike took Devon. Look at Devon's already out.
Oh my God! Look at these elbows.
Well, I mean, I know the Dudley Boys wanted to be on the first ECW pay-per-view, but this is probably not the way they should have been on it.
Oh yay! There's a powerbomb. Devon may have a concussion.
What do you believe Braun Strowman?
We're gonna have to get the medical staff looking at these two afterwards.
Just that one punch.
Well, it's hard to draw
Call him to his feet.
It's not every day you see a
Devon tried to do something.
Oh, his head. Oh God, another one. Bubba just drop off the apron. Devon just lay down and take a pin.
Strowman's not gonna let you lay down.
Yeah, that's a fair point. All right, pass out.
Oh,
my God. He's backing up.
He wants. I think he wants Bubba to tag in.
He wants to try Bubba. He's standing there. Look at the way he stands. He's waiting for Bubba to tag himself in. Bubba's eyeing him up, and he doesn't want to.
Devon's out of it. Devon's
He recovers.
I
Oh my God.
Well.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure the Miz has done that. That's not special at all.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, actually, from what I've seen from the tapes of my life, I'm pretty sure Braun jumps as well.
Yeah.
Like he wants to be slammed. He wants them to feel like they have some possession of power as Bubba finally hits the ring here. I'm surprised Devon is actually standing on that apron.
Bubba's taking it to Braun, though.
Now he's not going to be. Well,
I mean, to be fair, if out of everybody so far, it seems like Bubba would be the one that has the better chance to go up against Braun because he's a bigger individual, so he might actually be able to withstand a little bit more of Strowman's abuse than, you know, some of his victims of the past so far.
Oh my God! Could just beheaded him with that clothesline there. Braun now has him up in their powerbomb position and then just drops him off the shoulder.
Oh God!
Look at this.
Oh!
Devon just
Good night,
dumped.
Devon.
Oh, I think Braun wants to. Yeah. This could be it already. He's got it really locked in. Bubba refusing to give in though.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't know if I don't care how much pride you have, Bubba. I think I would have just given up there anyway.
look at those elbows. I know Bubba's suffered numerous concussions over his career, but there's a difference between a concussion and blunt head trauma.
Yeah, there's a difference between your brain getting rattled around and your brain getting smushed within your head.
Yeah. Look how quickly he just hoofs up to his feet there.
Bubba taking him into the corner though, but Braun's like, nope.
Oh!
Ref's down too.
The ref
Ref's now become a victim of Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman with an neckbreaker. Just having fun now, isn't he?
Yep.
This match could... Oh my
God.
God. This match could go on for 15 minutes, but it's not going to be 15 minutes because it's a hard-fought contest. It's 15 minutes because Braun Strowman wants to have fun for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, you were on
Look
about
at that,
how...
though. Bubba was
that
some
is
impressive strength.
You know, earlier, though, you were talking about Bray Wyatt not caring about titles and just wanting to hurt people. I think I found out why Bray Wyatt's now going for titles. It's because he has this man to just go after anyone and not care.
Yep.
Here we go. Just going to dump him off his shoulder again.
That's some strength right there, too. I mean, we know Strowman's strong, but that's still some strength to be picking up that guy with one arm, basically.
Cover on Bubba. Please just stay down. Please stay down. You're an idiot.
What are you doing, Bubba?
You are an idiot. Oh, God. Well, I mean, the Dudley Boys, they had a good career, didn't they?
If the trainer is listening in the back, you're going to have to come out and check on Bubba Ray here in about 2 seconds.
Yeah. Because he's not making it to the back.
No. Ron is about to just destroy him, and then it's going to be lights out.
Well, he's still standing from that shot, from that punch by Braun, but that may be because he's taken so many punches now he may not feel it.
No, I think he's just kind of in a daze at this point.
Oh, God, here comes another one.
Devon tried to get in to save him.
Great counter by Bubba. So it makes
I mean, maybe. I guess. I mean, Bubba's taking a lot of abuse. Bubba's taking a lot of abuse, so I guess maybe it's smarter to get Devon in at this point.
He's trying to trap a nerve in Braun Strowman. I'm surprised you can grab onto that shoulder with all the muscle that's on it.
You see, here's the thing, though, and you have to start kind of wondering this as this battle, this one-sided fight goes on, is that Strowman hasn't exactly been in that long of situations when it comes to matches. So if the Dudleys can actually stick around long enough, we might actually see Strowman start getting worn out, and who knows if he'd be how good he'd be at that point then.
That's entirely possible, and there's also another advantage as Bubba saves his tag team partner.
I mean, that's kind of
somehow still standing.
I mean, that's kind of the thing is if they're able to just stay long enough in this match, then they might actually have an advantage.
So we talk about this, being Braun Strowman having fun, but this is actually a test.
Yeah.
For Braun, in a way.
I mean,
it's a test of enduring pain and how long can he last.
Yeah, because I mean, look at this. Stamina. Look at this now. Strowman's been getting beat up a little bit here by the Dudleys now. He got staggered a little bit by Bubba there, and now he just got taken to the mat by Devon.
What? How do you do that?
Well, it's because it's Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, you got these elbows. Look at, and now look, you can see, look at Bubba on the outside.
Yeah, Bubba's
clinging onto those ropes.
Bubba's feeling those effects now.
I think Devon might be close as well. Oh!
Club and blow to the back there.
Every one of these strikes just has enough power to just break a bone.
Devon's in a daze. Strowman's just trying to beat him down to and that's kind of what I was just kind of talking about too at this point. Strowman doesn't really know how to really wear them out. He's just kind of throwing them around because he's not even sure how to stop him at this point, really.
Yeah, this may be one of the first times he's had to think to win a match.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's trying to do whatever he can at this point, but the Dudley's just not giving up.
There's that massive knee of, oh God, choke slam by Braun.
One arm choke slam.
Absorbing a little bit of punishment here.
Is Devon on this planet? Earth to Devon.
Good night.
Oh dear. Well, got to take care of Bubba, and he does so with one punch. Cover here may have taken a bit too long, but if Devon has common sense, he will lay down.
Especially with the referee running all the way around like that.
Devon, you're an idiot.
I mean, it probably doesn't help that the referee had to run all the way from the other side of the ring.
Yeah, that is fair. Oh, here we go. No. Oh my God, he counted the arm triangle choke. Strong job. Oh, God. Oh, he missed that punch. Oh, never mind. He busted him open by punching him in the face.
Well, it's Braun Strowman. What do you expect?
And Devon is still stupid enough to kick out.
Bubba didn't even want to make the save there. Bubba was even almost telling him, you know what, Devon, just stay down.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we've worked it out. Devon's got to have his back checked and his face cleaned, and Bubba's got to be taken for a brain scan.
Yep. Oh. Look at this. Now he's just working on the leg just for the hell of it.
And maybe a knee
Yeah, but see,
check as well.
Look, there you go. There you go, right there. Strowman's showing fatigue. The Dudleys might actually have a bit of a strategy here.
If he's you could use this talk about. If he's in the Royal Rumble and he's in early, maybe some troubles there.
Yeah.
Another kick out by Devon. Well, I mean, if you wanted to check how powerful your moves are, I mean, it does have to be said that Dudley Boys are incredibly resilient to pain.
Yeah. They're incredibly tough.
Yes. But what it also is helping to show is just how strong Braun Strowman is.
Well, but is it? I mean, to be fair, he should have. From what we know about Braun Strowman, he should put these guys away by now.
Or is he having fun?
Well, but he seems a bit frustrated that they keep kicking out.
Maybe. Oh, they can slam him.
Good lord.
After everything, double flapjack. Oh my god, he's going to look for the Bubba Bomb.
Or something.
What the fuck?
Bubba Bomb! Good lord.
Braun teleported up to his feet before it. Will this... Oh, no.
But, the point is that he's actually showing a bit of weakness here.
Yeah.
This isn't
He's
good
down.
when it comes to Braun Strowman.
Oh, there's a counter.
I'm sure Bray Wyatt's not exactly got to be happy about this backstage either.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Well, depending on where Bray is, it may not be backstage, but yeah.
Oh,
there it is again.
He can't be happy about the fact that his monstrous behemoth guy is actually showing a bit of weakness as this match goes on.
Cover again on Bubba. And I think his concussion mind is telling him this is a match for a championship, considering he keeps on kicking out.
Maybe his concussion mind is telling him that if he loses his match, his career's over.
Oh god. Here we go.
Time for Bubba to go to sleep.
Devon's still down at ringside.
Go to sleep, Bubba. Just go to sleep.
Do it. Devon's in the ring, and Bubba's just passed out.
Yeah. Bubba's gone to sleep.
Wow. He's still scary.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, that gives you... At least this match showed that, if you can manage to hang with Strowman long enough in the ring, then you know that he's... that he can struggle.
Well, he looks okay afterwards, so we'll see, but... Look at Devon on the outside as well.
Devon's still worn out, and Strowman just looked down at him for a second before looking past him.
Wow. Well, if Braun Strowman's in the Royal Rumble, we have learned the method to try and beat him. Gang up on him and wait for him to tire out.
Well, and hope that, and if you're one of the other 29 men, you gotta hope that he draws an early number. If he draws a late number, you're in trouble.
Well, there we go. That's been sorted out, but now it's time for the main event of Guilty as Charged. We've had time to recover after the shockers that transpired, thanks to the Ascension, and now it's time for the main event.
Here we go.
What a difference a month makes. A month ago, these two men were aligned together, working together to try and end your beloved NWO. Now, it seems as if Cesaro has gone back to exactly the mindset he had when he was when he was being used as a puppet by the NWO.
Yes.
He, on this past ECW, he labeled DDP as a joke champion, and said that he is, ECW is a joke thanks to DDP.
Well, here's the thing about Cesaro. Here's the thing is that the only reason, and this is why I was always telling you guys, telling the ECW over about this before, or with this over, it's the only reason that Cesaro seemed like he was on ECW's side is because he felt betrayed by the NWO, and he wanted to make sure that he was the reason why they disappeared. That's the only reason why he was playing nice. Otherwise, this is the real Cesaro that you've had to come and deal with.
I mean, it's not a surprise that all this has happened. And Cesaro can't exactly, he can't exactly talk about how confident and cocky he is, because at the end of the day, and I will admit this, he was embarrassed by the NWO.
Yeah. He was embarrassed multiple times, and that's why he wanted to be part of the reason why he killed it. is because he felt like he needed to get that back. But then immediately when they were gone, he went right back to his usual ways.
But even in the Survivor Series, he was embarrassed at Survivor Series. I don't even know if he got a move in.
No. Well, but I mean, he can still go down in history as part of the reason why the NWO died, and that's all that matters to him.
Well, there's only one man who was the sole survivor, a man with the ECW Championship around his waist. DDP went through a lot of pain thanks to Cesaro, and I think now, after the interesting friendship they played, you know, Cesaro and DDP certainly showed that there was no friendship on this last ECW. After Cesaro beat them, his DDP ran down the apron and delivered 2 diamond cutters on the steel stage. These 2 men are ready to fight it out for that ECW title.
Well, the other thing you have to think about too. Well, the other thing you have to think about too, though, is that in Cesaro's mind, it's always been about the ECW Championship. Ever since he lost that belt, everything he did was to try to get that back. And so he knew he couldn't take it from Michael Bennett, and because of the NWO, so he waited until it was no longer, the NWO was no longer around and everything, and now that's why he's right back in the title picture, because he wants that title. That's what's always been about for him, is that championship, and that's why he's targeting DDP and considering him a joke champion and all that, because in Cesaro's mind, the only person he couldn't beat was the entire NWO.
So, my question to you now, as soon as you're coming out of this, from a little bit of a outsider's view, from an NWO view, do you go with DDP? Do you want DDP to win this one?
I mean, I don't know. I've spent the last month or so trying to put my NWO mindset out of the way. They broke up, and that's all done and over with, and I've dealt with the depression that's come from that and acceptance now. So, I mean, heading forward, I don't know. I mean, DDP still hasn't really shown that he can be a meaningful champion here in ECW because, until that happened at Survivor Series, he wasn't really the favorite. He wasn't really the favorite of that team to win the match. He wasn't really the favorite, to be an ECW champion. It's, whereas Cesaro is the ECW veteran. He's the one who's won the most matches in ECW history. He's the one who has records like crazy. I mean, it's, you would think that it should be Cesaro that should be ECW champion.
Alright, so, you're on about some of those records. I will just run through them now. 3rd longest reigning ECW champion, 2nd longest reigning ECW Television Champion, and depending on how long the Ascension's reign clocked in as, either 2nd or 3rd longest reigning ECW Tag Team Champion.
See, exactly.
So, it is mental.
Not only that, but, he's, I'm 95% sure about this. I'm going to have to double check my records really quick, but I'm pretty sure he's the only person that's actually ever won 80 matches on one specific show in the ProJaked universe.
Oh. You'll have to, do a check right now on the ProJaked Wiki, link in the description.
On the ProJaked.
As we focus on this main event right now. Talking about the main event, here we go. Cesaro and DDP have been going at it. It's been very back and forth.
My apologies.
A little bit of grappling, a little bit of fighting.
My apologies. I didn't mean 80 matches on one specific show, but he's won at least. I would say, slightly not updated, but I would say he's won at least 90 matches so far in the ProJaked universe, and at least 60 of them on ECW.
Jesus.
Not to mention the fact that he still has the record for most victories on pay-per-view right now. He still has the most matches. Like, it's ridiculous.
I wanted to bring your point as well. Someone else. You just talked about DDP being, the Wildcat. Oh, by the way, don't worry. No need to worry. That is to the chest, as we've discussed.
I don't know. I mean,
previously,
you have to kind of be careful.
It could be.
If Cesaro's starting to go back to that previous mindset, he might be starting to aim for that jaw again.
Which will be a damn shame. But Cesaro looking to load up a neutralizer early on here. If DDP kicks out of this, I'll talk about my point later. We could have a new ECW champion in just a few minutes.
Just like that, and he's put away a lot of big names with that move before.
Cover by Cesaro for the ECW title. 1. No, it's early 1.
Wow. That's pretty big right there to kick out after getting that pop-up uppercut there and the neutralizer.
Right, well, what I was going to say about DDP was a lot of critics and a lot of people backstage as well were pointing at DDP and saying How is he in this position? Why isn't it Seth Rollins?
Exactly.
Is tonight the night where DDP can prove that he deserved to be on that team?
Bit of a neutralizer there from DDP.
Yeah, it was. But is it, you know, is this the night?
I mean,
If DDP can beat Cesaro, will he show that he deserved to be on that team in place of Seth Rollins?
I can't say he can. I can't say he will. I'd have to say, I think that the only way you're going to be able to prove that is if he actually beats Seth Rollins himself. I think that's the only way you're going to be able to prove him.
He's beaten him in the past, and
But this is different, though. This is, this is a different time and a different era for ECW. So you have to beat him. He has to beat him now with, especially with the championship on the line. He'd have to beat him now and prove that he is a deserving ECW champion.
Unfortunately, despite how close I am to Seth Rollins, there's been nothing with him recently. He's been reclusive ever since really ECW came back. He's obviously frustrated with the fact that he wasn't picked for the team.
Well, yeah.
And I would be too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. It's, if you think about the entire length of the NWO, it was Seth Rollins going up against him for the longest time, and even up until that triple threat Hell in a Cell match, he was still a part of that.
He started the fight against the NWO. He was the first man to step up against them.
Yeah, so I mean, you have to wonder what's going through his mind right now, especially sitting back watching this match right now, watching two of the three people who officially killed the NWO going at it for the ECW title.
Has DDP done enough with that diamond cutter? No. Cesaro kicks out.
It's going to take a little bit more to put away Cesaro. Like I said,
talk about most wins as well on pay-per-view. Let's remember that one of those pay-per-view wins has come on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. There may be a bit of pressure on DDP,
Yeah.
First ever ECW exclusive pay-per-view, and he's main eventing it. Cesaro main evented this year's WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, and I mean, go back and think about that too. Is Cesaro was in the main event of WrestleMania? What was DDP doing? DDP wasn't even on the show.
No,
like, that's the thing. He hasn't gotten into the main event picture until just within this past month or two. And so it's got to be, a bit of a struggle that he actually is trying to prove that he can stay in that picture and actually, be a legitimate champion, or if he's just a transitional champion between Bennett and Cesaro or whoever else ends up taking it from him.
Great spiral bomb there by DDP. He is refusing all those, the words saying regarding paper champion and joke champion. He's got to do everything possible to prove that is not the case.
Cesaro recovering immediately from that spiral bomb, though.
Taking the fight to him, but DDP just in his own way trying to get himself out of harm's way. In the corner now, Cesaro can... Oh, here we go. Saw this on ECW. His uppercut train.
Good lord.
This'll soften up a jaw. This is a test of your chin. There is one. Here comes the other. Oh. And just to finish it off, drop kick. When you least expect it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. DDP's got to be able to withstand that kind of stuff, and I don't know if he fully can.
Here comes the brute strength of Cesaro.
Keeping those arms locked.
This, no matter, whether you like Cesaro or you don't, you have to admit this is a true feat of strength.
Yeah.
And here we go. If he hits the neutralizer, we may be saying new ECW champion.
I imagine we would.
Pops the neck. Neutralizer to DDP.
That's got to be it. Not too many people will kick out of two of them.
And everything before it.
Yeah.
1, 2. DDP's out at 2.
Cesaro can't believe it. Cesaro's frustrated. Going right, look at that.
Elbow drop there.
Doing something that you wouldn't normally see from him, though.
Look at the frustration there now. This is really building in Cesaro's mind. I mean, that was honestly surprising. Roll up by DDP here. Could go in a surprise victory. No, Cesaro just got the shoulder up. On the far, behind the camera there.
Yeah.
And behind what we could see. Irish whip over the ropes. Could end up on that little bit of concrete right there.
Oh god. What's CDP going for here?
This is... Oh, on the...
on the hardest part of the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. We saw these two men spill outside. They were fighting around but here on ECW, and they fight here again. Concrete, steel, everything they want. Oh god, no!
Oh!
Oh,
DDP might have a concussion after this.
spilling up the ramp. Here we go. Not a surprise it's happening. Not a surprise they've spilled up the ramp. DDP. Oh, spiral bomb on the steel and the concrete. Kind of got a mixture of both there. God, these two guys are just fighting it out, and DDP wants this to end in the ring.
Well, yeah, if he wants to prove people wrong in saying that he's not a paper champion and everything, he's got to get this finished in the ring.
Nice little quick punch there. Front face lock. When will DDP load up that second diamond cutter? That is the big question right now.
He knows that he's got to wear Cesaro out a little bit more, though. He knows that Cesaro can get out of that kind of stuff easily, and there you go, Cesaro right into that headlock there.
DDP though sends him over the top rope. Might look for, oh, he's going to go for it again here to Cesaro.
Working away on Cesaro, you work on that back, you take away a lot of that vertical stance over, and that can really really wear you out in a wrestling match.
A lot of suplexes Cesaro relies on. How is he going to be able to huff him up when his back is in so much agony?
Well, how's he going to hook up the neutralizer with his back in agony too?
That's a fair point. May not see those those deadlift gut-wrench suplexes again. Oh, caught him with that strike there. DDP looking for some kind of power slam here onto Cesaro, who's out of it. Good Russian leg sweep.
Cesaro won't give up. It's like we said, it's all about the...
Oh, there it is again!
God.
Oh.
It's all about the ECW Championship for Cesaro.
That camera angle looked very close to the jaw there.
I don't know why he was taunting there, though. Maybe he's really confident about that.
Well, DDP is not moving. It may have caught him in the jaw. Who knows with Cesaro?
Maybe even in the throat.
Could have been a third neutralizer.
That's it.
Oh, I don't want to go back to this time.
I'm going to go back to it right here.
Cover by Cesaro. 1, 2. Whoa!
Well, then.
A 1 count.
Cesaro, look at that. Cesaro's pissed. Cesaro
for another one.
What the hell are you doing? You do not kick out like that.
Counter by DDP. Holy shit, this is just turned up right at the end.
DDP
He's
is
suddenly outside.
DDP has found his second wind here.
Here we go, spiral bomb. Nails it. What will DDP go for next? Has Cesaro right where he wants him? Gonna look for this power slam again. DDP has Cesaro propped up on his shoulder. Oh, diamond cutter!
Oh my God.
Out of nowhere. Popped into that diamond cutter.
Cesaro's
with
out.
Perfection. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. DDP retains.
Wow. That was impressive right there to get that victory just like that.
Wow.
We know how dangerous that move is and how you can pin that out of nowhere, and he just did it right there.
DDP hangs on to that ECW Championship in a incredibly hard-fought contest.
I'm giving him some credit. I mean, I'm still not saying he's up there among the best. I'm still not saying he's still not has some work to do, but that's definitely some impressive victory right there over Cesaro.
I mean, with a pop-up diamond cutter like that was certainly out of nowhere, and to endure 3 neutralizers and 2 pop-up uppercuts into that chest. Fair play to DDP for hanging on. Performance of a champion, some would argue. But that ends guilty as charged. What a night ECW supplied for us, and we end it with DDP still as our ECW champion, Bray Wyatt holding on to the television championship. One of the main talking points, new ECW Tag Team Champions.
My God.
Wow. What a night this has been. Thank you for watching Guilty as Charged, and that ends this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.